Hey, it's Haplin, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to use conversation AI. So with the AI employee, we not only have access to voice, but we have access to a bunch of other AI related features, and conversations are amazing. All you got to do is head over to your sub account settings, go to conversation AI, and voila, we have a whole interface where we can get things set up. First, we switch to autopilot mode, which is essentially just turning the AI conversation bot on. Next, we choose the channels that we want to apply it to. So this is all of written communication, either for live chat, for SMS, for email, for any of the social medias we might have integrated for messengers or DMs. But in the context of voice AI, if you have a fulfillment system that potentially involves sending the lead a text message when the call is over, or depending on an action, depending on how your prompt is set up, you can then start an SMS conversation, and now you're offering SMS services to your client. You can have those SMS conversations managed by conversation AI. Now I have some other settings like business name and some of the timing pieces for how and when we want the bot to actually respond for us. There are pricing options. You can either pay as you go per message, or with the AI Employee Unlimited, it's already included anyways. So it's basically for free if you already have the AI employee set up. If we scroll back up, we can head over to intents, and this is where we get into the real good stuff of training the bot. As you can see, we have two types of prompts. There is the general Q&A, and then there is a specific appointment setting prompt. This allows the bot to actually book appointments conversationally to any given high-level calendar that you specify right here. We can also opt to have appointment setting turned off if we just want to have the bot respond helpfully and make a connection with each of the contacts. If we click edit prompt, we can see exactly how the bot is being prompted, and by default, this is already a proven template, but we can customize this as well. Now, with regard to actually giving the bot more information about a specific business, we can head over to bot training, where we can just type in a business website, have the bot automatically crawl and scrape that website for all the important information, which it can then use in its conversations. A common strategy that we've seen work well here is to actually have a Google Doc in the uploaded links section. So that way you can kind of templatize the general information you want to make sure the bot has about the business. Your client can fill in some of the details and customize it a bit, and then you just paste it right in and the bot knows everything it needs to know. Once you have your bot trained, you can actually test out your bot in the bot trial page, where you can start a conversation with it, see how it would answer, and kind of try to give it a couple challenges to see if it breaks, see how it performs. You can use the results of these tests to continue training the bot via adding FAQs, honing in the prompt, etc., until it's ready to deploy. Once it is ready to deploy, of course, in bot settings, you want to make sure autopilot is turned on, and then for all of the supported channels, it will be turned on. And now the only question is, how are you going to generate those conversations? Obviously, voice AI gives us a great opportunity to do that with its post-call features, triggering a workflow to send a follow-up SMS or email. All of those actions are great. We can also do something like a form. So I'll show you that really quick. If we go back, head to sites, and then forms, we can see there is an entire form builder. If we click add form, it's going to pull up this entire new UI that we have yet to explore in this playbook, at least. So if you're familiar with Wufoo or Jotform or even Google Forms, this is a similar feature to those softwares, but we can then kind of create any kind of form that we want and then embed this on a client's website, or put it on an iPad at the front desk. If they fill it out and get a free something and something, we can have this as kind of a lead generation mechanism, run it from ads, kind of put this anywhere where our client is collecting contact information. And then we can use that form fill to trigger a workflow that starts an SMS conversation, gets the lead to engage in conversation with us, and then of course the conversation AI is the one managing that conversation on behalf of the business. Here's another idea. If we go back, let's just proceed, and we have surveys as well. This is very similar to the form builder, but has even more functionality for like grading and routing, and there's different slides. So we won't get super deep into this, but just know that surveys is also a very powerful feature. And there are, of course, countless ways to get contacts into conversations. It really depends on the different channels your client uses, wants to use, is not using, but needs to be using, and the different marketing strategies they already have in place, or maybe you want to provide for them to generate more leads and ultimately generate new sales. But I will show you one more, which is maybe the most powerful, and that is the chat widget. If we click on chat widget, we can build a new chat widget. And in this case, we can choose the channel that we want. So obviously this would correspond to the channel in the conversation AI, but let's just keep it on live chat for now. Again, now we have this brand new full UI that has been previously unexplored in this playbook. We're not going to go all the way through this UI. I'm not going to show you everything you can do in terms of building a new chat widget, but you kind of get the idea, right? This is a widget that lives at the bottom right-hand corner or wherever on any given web page, and you click it and you can start a conversation. Hopefully you're sort of familiar with this concept from the customer side. A lot of websites have this, especially bigger businesses, but now your client can have one too. If you desire to install a chat widget with conversation AI onto the client's website, you can do that in a couple different ways. First of all, if their website is built on WordPress, click Get It for WordPress. That's going to bring up a new tab where we actually have a plugin for WordPress that makes things super easy. If your client's not on WordPress, you can just click Get Code, and that will actually just give you the script that you copy and paste into the footer of any of their web pages, and then the chat widget will automatically appear. You can also implement the chat widget on any high-level website, including your own. So for client acquisition, if we go back to websites, go to our website template, we can go to settings and very easily just select our chat widget right here and click save. And now when we open up any of the web pages on our site, that chat widget's going to be there. So let's check it out. Voila, bottom right hand corner. Now we have a chat widget, another way for our potential customers or for our leads to engage with us and get into a conversation, and another way for us to demonstrate the power of the AI employee. So that is a quick overview of conversation AI and how we're seeing it being used right now on the back end of forms, surveys, and in the chat widget. There are other ways to use conversation AI, but basically any written communication that's taking place in high level in any channel, SMS, email, WhatsApp, the live chat, that's just the chat widget's own little chat channel, as well as integrated social media, Facebook Messenger and Instagram DMs, basically any channel where your client is having conversations or wants to start having conversations, you can now facilitate that, help them make more sales, and have the AI employee manage all of it. It's a little bit outside of the scope of this playbook to go super deep into the tactical and strategic positioning and implementation of this exact feature, but what I have done is included a link to a help doc that goes over all of the tech implementation related features more in depth, so you can get an advanced setup guide that will really hold your hand through that process. So experienced entrepreneurs and marketers should be seeing the potential value of this kind of feature right away and catching the vision, and you can run with that. If you need a little bit more help, we are here to help you. But the best part is you already have high level, you already have the AI employee. So this is just a really easy way for you to just keep stacking more and more value onto your offer. Once you understand the power of conversation AI and have a good idea of how you might use it in your business and in your clients' businesses, you can go ahead and move on.